Welcome back, everybody. I just had a whole intro saying things like I need to come up with a better intro, and I talked for a while, and then I realized I hadn't hit record. And in that time, big surprise, I bought something. And the reason why I bought something is because a lot of my grain is basically either downhill or uphill. It's just those two little spots going back to the pig farm that are uphill that I have to worry about. And I think if I just don't fill the trailers all the way, it'll, I can unhook them and cart them back to the that back spot. Drag them up the hill basically one by one. I'm thinking is what I can do. So I did buy another trailer, and you're probably gonna laugh because if you remember, it's the same trailer I had a little while ago, but I sold it because I, didn't have the tractor equipment to pull it, and it was kind of worthless. And but then again, it's only $20,000, and I mean that's actually a lot of money. I mean, it's all a lot of money. Even the smallest amount of money is a lot, and I'm not in the UK, but I needed to do it. I could not do it. I'm trying to save myself a little bit of time here, hauling and carting back to our farm. And, saving money on, hiring someone else to haul is not going to cost anywhere near 20,000, but I don't know. I feel like, actually, it seems kind of like a dumb purchase now that I think of it. I mean, I would have to take like 4 extra trips myself for $20,000. I mean, that seems stupid. What was I thinking? Why was that a good idea? That was a horrible idea. Well, why would I do that? That's dumb. I think we should sell that. I mean, yeah, you know what? That's just dumb. That's just... I mean, that's like... that's a... we have to buy a huge animal trailer for the winter. And that's like... I don't know what... Do some quick math here. That's like almost, like 25-30% of what the animal trailer would cost that we need to buy. So... I mean... that's just dumb. I think I wanted to buy something, but I don't think I can do that. Okay, so the beginning of this episode is a little bit not worthwhile because it's me driving to the store to sell something I bought 5 minutes ago. I can't justify that purchase. What's the point? To save like 4 or 5 trips back to my farm, it seems stupid. I don't see, no. I mean, the other thing I could do is I could just sell my other trailer and keep this one, but then we have the problem of this one. I can really only pull up the hill about 13,000 liters of grain, and this one can just hold a lot more than that. So I don't know. I do like it though. I mean, man, why are decisions so tough? Well, what is my other trailer worth by now? It's this. I mean, I bought that for 20,000. That can only hold 15. This can hold double that for a big old. Look at this. You can see that people see the value for money. 30,000 liters for $20,000. 35,000 liters for $50,000. And this is... Nobody owns that. 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 Nobody... And... Yeah, I mean, this is why... Okay, so one person owns this. It's $23,000 for 20,000 liters. So that's basically the same price as this one. And everyone else owns one in the game. And people say, never mind. Not gonna start that. Not gonna start those comments. We do have these because truck uses the IT runner a lot. So, but look at that. It's right about there. It's about $1 per liter. If you look at that. And yeah, so I think that, I mean, this is the other thing I was going to do. I was possibly just going to buy one of these for half the price, but that seems expensive. Actually, no, I was wrong. This is 20. This is less than $1 per liter. I was so that is so unfairly balanced. And you know, everybody's using it, so whatever. You know, you try to balance things out nicely, but I there's no reason for me to have it. Well, maybe there is, because I do like when I have two trailers, I can have some people. I mean, I can have a trailer back on home for the farm for pig food, and I can still have a trailer out and about. For harvest, etc. So I think I honestly need. Well, I don't need two trailers. This is a dumb purchase. If $20,000 is the difference between me not being able to afford a tractor this year, I'm going to be really mad. I mean, this is dumb. I should not be doing this. It's pointless. It's just it is really nice to have two trailers. One for, you know what, that other trailer is huge though. I mean, I don't know. Do I keep the trailer or not? This is gonna be the you know, the whole point of uploading this episode was because I felt bad because my time lapse failed. But this, do I keep this or not? You know what? Let's run some math. We still got about 20 minutes to decide whether or not we want to keep this trailer. Let's just pull off over here. We got to turn on some flashes. We can't do an episode without math, right? So if I remember, actually I don't remember. What is? Let's go back to my pigs here, and what was the price I was selling them at? Was I selling them at 2,600? 2,400? The price now will probably give me a good 20. Okay, so the price now is 24,600. So I think I was selling them at. Let's go to pigs. They are starting to. Oh no, they're starting to go down because of that dip, and then they go back up there to 30. Was it 35? I can't remember the price I was getting. Was I getting 3,800 for them? I cannot remember what I was getting per pig. I can't remember. But cow health, 63%. Why is that so low? We might need to look in on the cows for Lone Wolf. Yeah, well, I mean, they have water. They're not going to die. I don't know how to make his power food. I know he's got some stuff in some of the lofts. I don't even know where those lofts are at. And straw, same with that. As long as they're not starving, that's fine. We'll let that go. I need right. So math. Let's assume a price of 300, and I don't like going below 200 pigs. So that means I'll sell down to winter. Let's say 115 pigs. 115 pigs. Conservative estimate at 315. No, 115 pigs, not 150. So 115 pigs times a conservative price of, let's say, 3,000 per head, and that is, no, that's wrong. That's not $340,000. What did I do wrong there? That's what? That's 300. That's wrong. What did I do wrong? 3,000 per. What? There's no way that's $340,000. What is wrong with? I didn't make that much off pigs before. How's the sale price this? Oh, I'm dumb. Oh. I was looking at this price, which is the buy price. Okay, there we go, 1,000. I was gonna say, I thought that it was 1800 is the best. Maybe it was 16.5. Okay, let's do 16.5. So 115 pigs times 1650 is what I think I got. So that's still pretty good. So that's 200. Is that real? I did not make that much money before. $200,000, and I spent. How much did I buy in pig food? 100,000 this year, I think. So I mean, I guess that's a decent profit. Okay, so let's say that that's what I make, 190,000. I need to buy a bigger animal trailer. That is gonna be, I think 70,000 for that. Okay, so let's subtract minus 70. So that is 119,000. Right now I had $410,000. Let's say 400,000 for vehicle maintenance. So we just bought the trailer, which the trailer is minus. So let's say we have $380,000 because we're allowing that 10 for upkeep and miscellaneous. So we have $380,000 if we keep the trailer. With the profit of our pig, that puts us at almost $500,000 minus 70,000 for the animal trailer. I don't think I subtracted that yet on my math. I did. Okay. We just need to start all over. Because I confused myself. Okay, so $380,000 with the trailer. Not minus, you dummy. Plus, we had, let's say, 180,000 for the pigs, but then minus the 70,000 for the animal trailer, and let's say the dolly is miscellaneous free. So that's $490,000 that we have. We need to buy a field that is up here, and the field is where we got. So we are buying field 21. This field was for sale last year. Nobody bought it, so that is 20% discount this year, as opposed to the normal 10% discount. 20% of 270 is going to be close to, what's that, 27 plus 2. 27 times 2. I knew what I said, I just didn't say what I meant. So that's 54,000 plus another, 54,000 minus, you dummy, 54,000 subtracted from 269,077 is 215,000. So 215,000, which we had the total before of 215,000. What was our total before this? Our total before this was 560,000, I think. So minus 200 and what did I say? 240,000. So it's 320,000. So with all of that considered, actually, 320,000. I think we're going to be close, but I think we can buy our dream. Let's buy it. Let's do it. Well, okay, we're going to do it. And yeah. Let's just do it now. So we're going to buy our Series 9. We're going to keep the basic engine. We're going to go with Blackout Warrior, and let's 5,000. We'll leave that for now. We might want, no, we don't want to have to use wheel weights if we're transiting on the road. That'll be too much thing. And you know what? While we're down here, we might as well buy a animal trailer, because we're gonna sell some here in the winter as well. So I know this is a little bit more upkeep, but since we're already at the store, let's buy animals. Nope, we don't want to actually buy from there. We want to buy from, oh, that's right, we can't. Castor food. I guess I took out that other one by mistake. But that's fine, because we're selling to the default map point. We're not selling to anywhere else. So let's do, again, our ugly black and blue scheme. And actually, let's do the main color like that, and let's do the rims like that. There we go. A little bit of a blackout on the rims to somewhat match our tractor. And then we're going to need a dolly And actually, was there a cooler dolly? I thought there was a better dolly in one of these packs. No, that looks like the same old dolly. So we'll just buy this dolly, and let's buy the standard road tires for that. And okay, there we go. We don't have a lot of money anymore. We can take this back home. Let's assign those to our farm. We spent some money, guys. I didn't, oh boy. I didn't, well, you know what? It happens. So we got a new tractor. And we did it. So let's assign this to Sims World, and I hope that my math is right. Otherwise, we're going to have to sell a lot more than 115 pigs. And the pigs are our main money source. So I'm really hurting myself here because I'm not going to have any pigs to... You know what? Let's take this back first. We'll do... You know what? I always like to do the worst part first. So we're going to do the worst part, which is not driving our brand new tractor. And we're going to take this back to our farm. And then we will go grab our Series 9. We got to come up with a name for a Series 9. I don't know. I've still been, I actually haven't, I don't think I've said it in a YouTube episode, but I believe it was Mark who keeps calling this tractor Heidi. And I think I'll just keep the name Heidi because it feels like a Heidi still. So that means we still need a name for our Series 9. Our MOG, unfortunately, was sold. We got about $50,000 resale for that MOG. And, I mean, honestly, without selling the MOG, that $50,000, I mean, right, we're only $30,000 difference, positive, after selling our pigs this fall. Am I forgetting something? Oh, no, you know what? I did forget something. Because I was going to pay Dylan for his sunflowers, which half of his sunflowers is roughly 15,000 times, say, so that's $1,000 roughly. Well, that puts us even closer. So now we have only $15,000 to spare for miscellaneous stuff to last us until spring when we sell pigs. But honestly, I was gonna, with my extra land, I was gonna try to not have to sell pigs because our, what am I trying to say? I was gonna have to not to have to try to sell pigs because, you know, let them ramp up and maybe I'll get stuck selling them in winter again, or maybe I can last through winter until next spring. Because honestly, I'm not gonna make much money in the spring. From like that's it. That's my annual income for the next year essentially. $180,000 minus the grain that I paid is. How much grain did I buy this year? Well, I overbought last year, so I have a little bit of extra here. While there's nobody on the road, we're just gonna line this up how we want it. So it's hard to say because I overbought on grain. Oh, there was someone on the road. Sorry, buddy, you're gonna have to wait. I overbought on grain the first year. I didn't have to buy a lot of grain this year, but I still did have to buy some. And that means that I think overall I'm making roughly, it's hard to say with averages, but maybe 100,000 profit off of my pigs, which is not too bad. I mean, I get some free slurry and manure fertilizer out of that as well. Compared to the amount I would get from crops with my acreage size, I think I would get maybe $60,000 profit if I just sold the grain at the peak. So I am getting a little bit more than I would be if I was just selling all my grain. You know, being an arable farmer, it is a lot more work with the pigs. So, but I think it's pretty good. So let's just pull over to the side over here. Oh well, okay, yeah, you can go by me. Okay, fine. Yeah, let's just let the traffic by. Okay, let's not let the traffic by. We're gonna pull over to the side of the road. And hopefully they don't get that. No, don't you dare. There we go. Just let me get over here and then the traffic train can pass. Okay, there we go. So, there we go. Now you can go, traffic train. And let's just kind of angle this a little bit more. And are you going to stop for me? You're not going to stop for me. That's fine. Okay. I scratched your paint. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Okay, let's take this guy back to the farm, and we're gonna be done with this guy. We're not gonna sell this one. It's too cheap and way too beneficial as a farm workhorse animal that we farm workhorse animal. It's way too beneficial to keep around. Plus, I think that our Series 9 doesn't even have the front loader option, so we don't have a choice. We have to keep this one. There's no ifs, ands, or buts or willy-nillys about it. We have to keep this guy. And let's just slow down. We don't need to work you quite as hard here. We've gone on 20 minutes so far this episode, and we've done absolutely nothing except for, well, I guess math is not nothing. If our math is correct, it's not nothing. And we have, I'm so glad I caught that math error, because I was going to say I knew that was way too much that I was making from pigs. It was way too much. So I think yeah, I'm glad I caught that. Run over the cat, buy cat, and I am a dog person. We are going to run on up here. I will private message Farmer Craig, Lone Wolf, if they want me to do anything with their cows. Right now, though, if you look at seasons, yeah, look at that. That is why I'm trying to hurry to get my corn. I got a lot of corn yet to harvest, and that's what originally started this thought process of needing a bigger trailer with less trips, because of that. That's a lot. That's a lot. That's coming. And it's coming soon. And I mean, honestly, by the time we can harvest on Friday, that's half of Friday, maybe Saturday. It depends how long it takes to dry off. I mean, we might only get one day in there, and if I'm busy during that one day, I'm hosed. My corn crop is yeah. So we're gonna leave. You know what? Well, we should probably fill you up with fuel before we drive you out again and forget. So we're just gonna back you up right about there, turn you off, and let's just leave that pump running. So here we go. Not that guy. We've got brand new tractor. This is there were two different versions that were on the more realistic data bank, and you know what I think we're gonna have to do? I think we're gonna have to, oh look, it matches the blue color scheme because of the little add blue tank there. That's nice. Just ignore this for now. There we go. This is there were a couple different versions. There was the Acropolis version, and this is, I believe, is the Acropolis version. There was another one that I tried out, and I didn't like the sound as much because it's really hard to tell from a YouTube video, but this one sounded more like the actual tractor that I saw in YouTube videos. So I think that Giants just kind of did a copy and paste of the sound files. If you listen to the Series 7 and the Series 9, it sounds almost exactly the same. And that sounds almost exactly the same as like a Fendt 700. I know that a lot of these engines are similar in sound, and I know that, let's see here. Ooh, that's pretty. Oh, you can turn on, oh wow, that's nice. Yeah, you can remove the monitors. Okay, that's pretty cool. What else do we got here? So we got let's keep it nice, dust free for now. What else we got? We got the ability to turn the mirrors. That's awesome. The ability to collapse the mirrors. That's pretty cool. So we have wipers. What does this up down do? Oh, it closes the sunroof. I don't want the sunroof closed. I do want this back though. And what is this? We have, oh, interior lights. That's cool. And what else do we have? So I guess this is we can get rid of the seat back. Oh, that's nice. Yeah, we don't need that. We just want the lumbar support down there. We don't necessarily need the high back, so that's pretty cool. But let's get rid of that. We don't need that one. And I guess we can put let's put the armrest up, and we can put our kid in the chair there, or someone. Not a kid. But well, we don't need the interior lights right now, but let's get on with it. So yeah, the other thing I noticed is you can actually disable the, where is it? You can disable the cab suspension, which I thought was a nice touch with this guy. If we cycle back to the tractor here, yeah. So you can actually disable the cab suspension if you're not a huge fan of the cab suspension. So there we go. I actually kind of like it, just because it's different. I don't know if it'll get annoying or not in the future, but we'll just play that by ear then. We also need to sell our other animal trailer, and you know what? Honestly, I guess we'll keep it for now because I don't want to take the time to sell it. Oh, that's nice. I didn't realize that move. Okay, so it's got some a little bit. Oh, the pedal moves too. What about brakes? Yeah, brakes, it moves too. And clutch. I don't see the clutch moving. Granted, I don't have my clutch mapped to Gearbox, but I don't even know if that's yeah. I don't know if it can map that or not, since that's not a default game input. With however those configurations work for the base game. But anyway, whoops, started take the corner a little bit too fast there, I guess. And we have, that doesn't match, that doesn't look too ugly. It kind of matches. I mean, it matches the theme of the rest of my farm, even if it doesn't exactly match this tractor. I'm not changing all my colors to green and black now, because then it wouldn't match my little Heidi. And this car needs to speed up or get out of the way. You know, I pulled over for the other traffic. Let's see if we can, well, that's right. It doesn't use physics when it goes up the hill. I was thinking we could probably outrun it when we go up the hill, but it doesn't care about hills, but I do. And I am wondering, this is a lot of grain to pull. I mean, those two hills are relative. I think I can get up the hill full of grain, both those hills. And you'll see, just in case you're new to the series, you'll see the hills that I'm talking about right now. When we pull in here. Uh-oh. We're gonna pretend I didn't get caught back there, and that I took the turn wide enough, okay? That's what we're gonna pretend for today. That's today's use of the I believe button. There we go. And accelerate down the home stretch. This will be really nice, especially since I sold the Unimog. I would have liked to keep the Unimog, since in a lot of ways it was kind of like I had 50 hours on that thing, by the way. It was like a really fast utility vehicle that you could also hook up to trailers and pull them around really fast. And I mean, the thing got up to what, it's like 80 kph? I forget, but it was fast. And I am gonna miss that speed. The problem is it just wasn't heavy enough to, even with the front weight. I've tried pulling up these hills, so that's the first one. That one's not as bad. But then you have this one. This is the bad one that I always got stuck at with my little Heidi, or the Unimog for that matter. It's just, if you had a good run at it, I can make it heavily fully loaded, but it's just, I didn't have a chance. You don't really have a chance to get that speed because the first hill kills all your speed, even though you make it. And then the second one, okay, let's just, where are we gonna leave this? I really should go sell that other one now, but we got to get back out to the field. That's something I can do on the winter day, and the rainy winter. So let's just unhook and let's go. Actually, did I already sell that one? Maybe I already sold it. Let's go look real quick. I might have actually sold it. So animals, yeah. I think I sold it because I knew I was going to buy a semi-trailer coming up here in the, okay, well, that's less money that I planned on having, but I didn't calculate that in when I was doing my calculation. So I think we're still going to be fine here. Now it's time to run back out to the field, and we've got a little bit of harvesting to do. By the time I get there, I won't actually be able to harvest for too long. Unfortunately, today I just have a little bit too much to do around the house. Today is actually Friday. This episode is going to be released. I'll release it Saturday or Sunday, depending if I have time to stream. If I have time to stream, I'll do my best to upload this and, release it before I stream, since the stream will obviously be taking place after this. But if not, if you're going back and watching episodes, oh yeah, be sure to check out my Twitch channel, because when I do stream, I am putting them. That didn't happen. Okay, so second use of I believe button, that didn't happen, and I accidentally hit the blinker, and we're gonna just go. Okay, so note to self: we need to. You're going a little bit faster in this tractor than you're used to, and you need to start hitting the brakes a little bit earlier. That's a good note to self. We'll just wait for that guy. We'll pull on out now. There we go. And... oh, come on, buddy. Well, you didn't know, I guess you didn't know that those were my trailers and that I was going to have to pull off the edge of the road there, but... okay, so you are waiting. That's great. Okay, so now we need to... oh, you were not waiting on me. You were waiting on the other car! That was... okay, well, I scraped some more paint there, so let's... that doesn't look too bad of a matching combination. I tell you, the little bit of blue right there on the tractor makes all the difference in the world. I also think that it will really help when I have enough money to change out the rest of the Warrior stuff, so that... I kind of like that green accent. But honestly, it's a little bit too much with the blue accent on the trailers. If I had no green on that Warrior and it was all black, I think the trailers would look awesome. But just because of that green, it's just a little bit too much color. By itself, I actually really, really enjoy that green color. You know what? We're gonna do something dangerous. And we're going to leave that car in the dust. And here we go. Yeah, so I actually don't even think I can do any harvesting this episode. It's just, this is taking so long. A lot longer than I thought it would. But we have to probably go after I deliver this. And then, like I said, I will, if I get a chance, I will be streaming, well, hopefully sometime this weekend if I get this uploaded. Maybe I'll even upload this for a second episode later tonight on Friday. It just depends on how long it takes to render and upload. Oh yeah, that's right. I keep on thinking, oh, I'm gonna have to downshift, but not with the CVT like this. So that's, this is one of the reasons why I love playing the game the way I do, because you spend so much time on the older tractors. When you finally get an upgrade to something nicer and newer with more power, you really notice it. Like, just for that, like that small little example, like I was thinking, oh no, now I have to adjust from leaning back and relaxing. I have to pull forward, and I have to down. Oh no, I don't have to downshift. It's just you notice it more times than others, but the longer you spend on those older tractors, the more you appreciate the newer stuff when you can finally upgrade. So here we go. We're going to keep that combine for a long time, though, because in general, harvesting, we can harvest pretty quick, I think, compared to how we can get things done and hauling. And this tractor is going to have a lot of hours on it, hopefully, by the time this map is done. And I think that we're going to need to, you know what? We're going to need to do this. We're going to need you to just... of course, we need to start the combine. We're just going to need to harvest a little bit up this direction, open up the field a little bit more, so that we can pull on in here. and get turned around. So we're not going to go to the tree. I remember my auger is out. So we're going to go to about there. And then it looks like this is all the end rows that I have. So, no, I did have more end rows. That's right. See, because I planted it that way on purpose. You can see the terrain right up here goes lengthways. But I actually planted one more set of end rows that we're just going to open up a little. Actually, I only have 99. I need to unload first, don't I? Well, I need to. This is going to knock over some corn, and we're going to just get too full for that. So let's actually try unloading while we're here. I don't even know if I have enough room. I think we can just barely reach the corner of that trailer. Maybe. I think we're good there. It should, yeah, I was going to say it should spit out just a little bit more of an angle into that trailer. And, yeah, you don't ever want to, I almost stopped the auger, but when you're unloading like this, you never want to stop unloading in the middle, because then the auger is just full of wet corn, and that can shear a bolt easily when you start back up again. When it's completely full of wet corn, that's just way too much to try to start on the combine. But let's get started here just at this angle and just finish opening up okay, we're just gonna have to come back and pick up this corn later, because that would knock over a lot of corn. But let's get centered there on the end row and just go a little bit, just enough to kind of pull the tractor in, turn it around the other way facing the way out, I think is what we want to do. And actually, I actually don't think I had this part on camera. I just barely started opening this field up before. So as we come around the other end row, you can see the other end up there, where that's basically where I got full. I stopped there. So we have a couple more end rows to finish before the field is fully open on this side, and I haven't even touched it on the other side yet. So we got a little bit of corn left to shuck before this field is nice and opened up. But I think for now, we'll just kind of back out right here, actually. There's no need to really even drive all the way back to the truck. Not the truck, I'm used to I'm used to how we farm in real life, but we don't have trucks. We have tractors and tippers over here. But let's just kind of pull up to this row. This is where we're gonna obviously start. Obviously, the reason we don't want to start on the inside there, because then we'll have to back out with corn on both sides. And I hate that. That's probably, just small things like that really, really bother me about this game, because the header controller is separate than engaging the separator. You can engage the combine without the head lowering, and you can turn it off without the head raising. That really ticks me off. Just really small things like that add up and really make me want to complain about the game a lot more. Because, well, I was gonna show you case in point, but when you, I mean, I'm sure you've seen and know, when you press the B button to turn on the harvester, it lowers the header, and I absolutely hate that. I want the header to stay down when I turn the combine off and turn the separator off in that example, and they're separate. I mean, they have separate buttons for them, so why can't they just leave the controls separate? Stupid scripting. Anyway, let's just go on in here. I should say that with that, though, I typically, in this example, I would typically blame console players and or little kids, because I see them all as synonymous, and yeah, they're not always to blame. If I get young people on here on the channel and you happen to catch one of my rants, I don't mean you necessarily. I just tend to make generalizations and assumptions, and in general, most console players are a little bit more immature and most often kids, but that doesn't mean you can't be a mature kid, and that doesn't mean that you can't be a console player if you're old. I just talk in generalities, and sometimes I'm wrong, and Modelicia called me out on that, and for many reasons, yeah, I mean, he kind of had a good point too, where a lot of times kids understand things way more faster than adults, and it's the adults complaining about the more realistic changes, but kids just take it as it is and okay, well, I can figure out these complexity things. It's not a problem. But the the old adults, for numerous reasons, don't like more realistic mod because, one, it probably takes too long and they don't have as much time to play games as kids, and for two, I mean, it's just proven you learn things faster when you're a kid. It takes a lot longer to learn them when you are an adult. Obviously, if you try to teach a kid calculus, that might be a little bit harder. But I mean, I'm talking about stuff, learning from scratch where we're all on a level playing field. Learning stuff like that is like language, for example, is kids pick up and learn it faster. So, yeah, I think I was wrong assuming that kids are the reason why Giants doesn't care about more realistic changes. It's just the crowd in general. Nobody likes more realistic changes in general, and I just defaulted because I blamed a lot of things on console players, and I already explained that. So I do apologize if, I shouldn't make generalizations and assumptions like that. But on the whole, that is the reason why Giants doesn't do realism scripting and changes, because of the community in general, not necessarily kids. I shouldn't say that. I think maybe kids should be more outspoken if they do like more realistic mod, because that might make Giants start to think maybe it is more popular, and maybe we could do these changes, and then the old people will just have to learn how to play the game. And anyway, that is something that I never really thought about before, but it's remarkable because a lot of times, if it's something complex, people just give up and not want to do it and not want to learn it. And you see that across games, across the modding scene, across different games, across life. That's just life. And yeah, that's not necessarily. I think I even, to come to think of it, there's a lot of games where I just start playing them now, and I feel to myself like, I really don't want to learn this game. For whatever reason, maybe it's more, I just have a more select taste of games, and I don't feel like taking the time to learn certain games is worth the effort that I put into them, because it's not a good game and I don't enjoy it as much as, for example, Farming Simulator. But maybe it's also, conversely, I'm getting older and it's harder for me to learn things like that, so I don't enjoy the games afterwards. But I don't think that's true, because I still enjoy learning. I'm still learning programming and modding, and those things take a lot of work, and I feel rewarded when I put the work in. So I think it's more just my tastes are becoming more selective in games. Anyway, we will end this looking at our brand new tractor, and I will see you guys later. That's a pretty good screen. Is that a good screen? That's a pretty good screenshot. Yeah, a mix mash of colors. And we have a new toy to yeah. Anyway, I will see you guys later. The family's changed. I'm interested to see what you guys are gonna say about this one. But anyway, I'll see you guys later. Have a great day. Bye bye.